Hey everyone, welcome back. As I delve into the Daemon Tarot, picking 4 cards for the purpose of learning for myself as much as anything else. I'm not reading anything, I just want to learn these cards, and I think this is probably the more exciting way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Daemon number 1. Stolas. Stolas is a prince of hell with 26 legions of demons under his immediate command. Stolas' form is that of a night owl or a raven, although he can take the form of a man as well. His area of speciality is explaining the values of precious stones and plants. Although many demons are knowledgeable in the arts and sciences, including the medicinal properties of plants and the mystical qualities of minerals, Stolas' understanding of these items extends past basic understanding into appraisal. Consider the difference between knowing the name of a particular artist and having an appraiser give you the value of one of the artist's work. Stolas employs his knowledge of mystical, monetary and medicinal objects to give the bearer an accurate picture of those items' uses, properties and overall value to the world. Focus on accurate appraisal and the search for true worth. Duchias, I think, Duchias. Grand Duke Amdushkas rules over 29 legions of demons in hell. Demonologists claim that, when summoned, he can appear as a human, but with claws in his hands and feet to show he is not quite human, but that his true form is that of a unicorn. Unfortunately, many creatures, including the rhinoceros, are referred to as unicorns for having a single horn instead of 2. So we cannot know if his form is that of a classic horse with a single horn or some other single horn beast. Amdushkias, forgive my pronunciations here, people, gift is the ability to create beautiful music. Demonologists claim that if asked to perform a concert, he will suddenly be surrounded by the sounds of hundreds of invisible instruments, horns, flutes and stringed instruments, and the sound builds until the trees sway and bend as if dancing. At first it seems as if he has a very simple gift, invisible instruments and dancing trees. But when we think for a moment about the poetic nature of many of the early demonologists, it is possible that Amdushkias may control something that is more than beautiful, the wind. The swaying, dancing trees are a hint to his potential power. What other invisible force causes the forest to bend? Anyone who has walked on a blustery day while the trees whisper and the power lines hum can easily imagine where the invisible instruments come from. Focus on musical endeavours, including composing and musical inspiration. Okay, so the first repeat on video 3 already, Asmodeus. I think had him in my very first draw, but I shall go over it again. Asmodeus is one of the 7 princes of hell, the demon of lust, who saw the temple of Solomon built. In the Testament of Solomon and earlier writings, he seems an almost sympathetic demon, quick to jest and seemingly very sad when he mentions that running waters make him wistfully remember heaven. He is mentioned in the Kabbalah and the Talmud as Asmodeus, Asmodai, and Ashmedai. Unlike many of the demons in this book, he has always been a demon in the common sense of the word. Indeed, his name may come from the Avestian words Ashma, which means wrath, and Daiva, which means demon. His affiliation with the deadly sin of lust is woven into many of the legends associated with his name. The book of Tobit tells of Asmodeus lusting after a woman named Sarah, so much that he abducted and killed 7 men who tried to marry her, and he would have continued if the angel Raphael had not defeated the demon and allowed Sarah to marry Tobit. Weyer and Colin de Plancy both described Asmodeus as having 3 heads, one of a man, one of a bull, and one of a ram. Asmodeus is purported to be in charge of the gambling houses in hell. Weyer also claims he rules 72 infernal legions and is gifted in the arts of mathematics, mechanics, and treasures. Asmodeus does not show his demonic side until he lusts after something or someone so much that he becomes mad with desire. Beware of lusting to excess, allowing desires to dictate actions without thought to the broader picture. The 4th and the last one today, Agares. Agares was one of the virtues, angels who kept the stars and planets spinning along the correct orbits and gave order to the heavens, until he fell from grace. By all accounts, he is still a gentle demon who appears as a kindly older gentleman riding a crocodile, as you do. Weyer placed him as a duke in the eastern region of hell, governing 31 legions of demons. So, from yesterday's reading, Lucifer was in charge of the eastern region of hell. Agares is known for being able to call runaways and military deserters home and causing enemies and other unwanted elements to flee. To assist him in finding missing persons, he carries a sparrow hawk with sharp eyes and a hunter's instinct. He also has a mastery of languages and delights in teaching those who summon him. Of course, the ability to speak to enemies and strangers in their native tongue would be a useful skill for setting people on the right path to wherever their home may be. It is certain that Agares' experience with redirecting planets is responsible for his other strange gift, that of making the earth dance, causing earthquakes and mudslides. Agares is another example of a demon who, by all accounts, is not terribly demonic. There is no reference to how or why he fell from grace, but whatever the reasons, he kept many of his angelic gifts for order and direction. When looking for guidance from Agares, perhaps it doesn't matter whether he landed in the heavens or hell, only that he knows that we should always be heading home. Focus on direction and guidance, bringing allies and helpful items closer and pushing enemies and destructive influences away. So that's today's reading. Any comments or suggestions, please drop them in the comments section below. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe. Have a great day.